Let's get to his lineup, unchanged from the team that beat won their last game out against Xavier 3-0.
6 transfers in this lineup, and you look at a team that's got a ton of talent, but there's a good talking point that they might be better than that 2020 national title winning team. Well, how is that? Because they're not just a possession team. They can unload it end to end with the best of them. And that's going to be a talking point tonight, because Pitt and Jay Vidovich, they certainly want the ball. They want to be a possession style team that can hold tempo and really take it to you.
Ball settled there by Alex Schwengard. Bell finds Garcia Pascual off his line as Carter. He didn't go with his hands, he went with his feet. It was almost turned over, but now you may have a counter. Feitosa on it. He's got his head up. McIntyre striding forward. McIntyre cuts it back. Oh, shot blocked. Good attempt. But Takahiro Fujita. Carter out to Feitosa. Oh, the Brazilian works Fujita. Feitosa charging. He's got options left and right. Plays McIntyre. First time cross, and Thorson just can't get there.
Love about the run is the fact that he doesn't release it immediately. Watch him beat the first player and then attack the center part of the field. This is where Fujita and Dugan have a decision to make, and Pinto coming back. They have to stay inside because the runner's coming right at him.
Saying that, but for play-by-play guy, it's a nightmare. So is Omesh on the left wing, open. Trying to get past Mercado, does, cuts it back. Carter is there. And so is his defense to clear it out, because Garcia Pascual was on the doorstep.
What can you do with it? That's going to be the question for them, and they've struggled with a bit of execution so far in this match.
Well, Almesh on it on the turnover. It looked like Noah Hall could have something. Now he's won. We won with Mercado. May get to Bell. It does. Bell cuts it back. Bell's still there. Looks for Garcia Pascual, and he lights the lamp. Another goal for the transfer from Coastal Carolina, right off the timeout, on the counter.
Class from your attacking playmaker and Matt Bell. We talked about his position. Notice how deep lying he gets, and Chris Grazzi says it benefits us because we can get the ball out in front of him and he can just run at players. Love the pause by Matt Bell here to get it onto his right foot and then cut it back across, because the scouting report tells you that he doesn't want to use that right peg. Matt Bell knows it.
Silva. Oh, nice move by Silva. He's got some room. He's going to give it a hit. Oh, great save by Carter.
Any action last year, but there was no doubting his talent whatsoever. Set the Mission League record coming out of high school for Loyola with 0.
Floats it back post again. Fujita's there. Just wide. Throws it back to Dugan. Well played. Okiyoshi.
Good ball.
To Silva. Silva twice played early. What were you just gesticulating about that? Mirkovic's header keeps it in possession for the Panthers as Kozamara ran it down. Anderson looking for Thorson, brings it down nicely. Great block again by Fujita, second time this match. Thorson uses his body, he's got an opportunity. Kozamara! 1-1!
His green card involved. Watch the work rate by the striker. The first move and then the secondary one. Reason it's no foul, because he stands his ground. Doesn't have to jump, just lets the ball drop right in front of him, and then beautiful vision.
He's conceded his first goal on the season. Okiyoshi tracked down by the goal scorer, Kozamara. Turned over. Mirkovic in tons of space. Lines it up. Right into the hands of Perota.
Back post makes it an easier save for Perota in goal.
Mirkovic, oh, good move. Still on it. Still Mirkovic.
Thought maybe Oprah was going to be refereeing that day with all the boys in goal, and they'd all be getting a card, but wasn't meant to be.
Garcia Pascual looking for a jet D. First time shot. Oh, just wide. The young man from LA.
How's the ball?
Save.
How's the ball, though? Alvaro Garcia Pascual. This is a guy who only had 3 assists in 30 matches.
We're underway again here. Back where we started, 1-1 alongside Devin Kerr. I'm Dallin Cuff. From Ambrose Urbanic Field, the sun is going down. Probably thankful for players. Almesh on the ball, carrying a yellow card. Okiyoshi playing it forward to Bell. Dinked it, and then Carter again. Another big save.
The person, the amount of workload that you have to deal with scholastically creates a better balance for these guys overall.
Kozamara keeps it in play. He's got help. He's got Torrey to his right. He cuts it in. Torrey takes it off his foot. Back to Kozamara. Can he do it again? Pulls it wide.
Really figuring things out.
Mirkovic looks to play it in. Does just that. Just inches wide.
And within all of that, regardless of shape or pressure, to me it still comes down to the two up top in Massimo Morania and the work rate of Thorson. How's that ball?
Sitting in space, drives it low, pings around, still loose. And Perota able to corral it. Okiyoshi gets it out from under his feet.
Beautiful.
Simone. Pinto making the run ahead. Lays it off. Strungard shot deflected. Still Torre. Lays it out to Kozamara, the goal scorer. Mirkovic in space. Fakes it. To his left. Just over the goal. Marshall not really had much extended possession like they did early in the game. Big switch by Dugan. And Pinto will get there. Got the cutback for Simone, plays him. Simone drives it. Wide. He's going to start the second. College soccer, he can exit and re-enter one time in the second half. Turnover could be dangerous here. Bell on it. Panthers lunging in, but he maintains possession. Omesh driving. Omesh hit, deflected, it's in!
From the outside wing, who had 9 assists, but confidence has certainly grown here. Watch the one-on-one. Now defensively, you're trying to push him to the end line, but the support that comes on the weak side from Kozamara is a bit off. You cannot allow him to cut back to the interior. Unfortunately, the redirect, and Marshall back out in front.
Played back to Strungard. He switches it out to Omesh, the goal scorer. Game winner right now. Back to his right, the cutback. Still Omesh. Give it a ride, deflects again. This time in the hands of Carter.
Still go back to the tactical move that they made. It's certainly taken a couple of different sequences out of it, but getting Okiyoshi deeper.
Oh, great ball opportunity to put it away. And that may be it. Silva, the substitute, the sophomore from Pennsylvania, puts it away. It gives the Thundering Herd a 3-1 lead.
Change that was about 10 minutes ago. As he comes deep, he gets the ability to put the pressure on. Watch him come all the way back across. Eliminated the first ball out, so they have to come to the outside. Because you don't have that stepping stone, Pitt is trying to find a different avenue to play out of, and instead, you turn it over, and then there's not a good enough recovery. The back post run, Mayufo falls asleep. Great diagonal on Marco Silva over that back shoulder where he doesn't try and stretch. Instead comes back to the interior and extends the lead for Marshall.
Mirkovic trying to work on Strungard. Connects nicely with Morania.
Good ball.
Great ball played forward to Torre. He should have played it first time, doesn't. Cuts it back, takes a shot. Sullivan whips it into Thorson. Can he control it? Oh! He goes down. Penalty given because the flag stayed down, and now is this a dog zone red card situation?
And my question is going to be where does the contact occur? Was he actually in the box? There's the touch. See, it's before. It's before he enters the top of the 18, so it won't be a penalty.
The freshman from Sao Paulo, who just checked on in the second half, is going to see an early gate here. Lays it off to Maifuyu. Mayufu. And that'll just go out hard. Try and get in line. He's got 2 to beat, cuts back in. Still Torre, well done. Driven in low. And Okiyoshi saves it from a corner.
Conceding for the first time this year.
Would not be surprised at all to see this Marshall team in Louisville in the Final Four.
No, not at all.
They won it all back in 20, looking to do it again. as we're under 10 seconds, and that's going to run out harmlessly. And Marshall moves to 4-0 on the year. First time Chris Grassi has done that in his 7-year tenure here at the Thundering Herd. And what an impressive performance overall by this Marshall team.